Right, it's been a week.
It's been a week.
I've missed you loads. Anyway, so let's talk about what I wanted to open this up with this week is, mate, how's your week been?
Do you really want to know?
I do, I do.
Sure?
I do, because, mate, you know, I haven't spoke. Normally, what's that?
I've been busy, that's why.
Oh,
really busy.
So you've had to work. Right.
Are you sure?
I do want to know. So, right, I seen you Tuesday.
Yeah. And then
what about crap Wednesday?
And then I was on Facebook on Tuesday night, and I found out Newcastle City Council want a permit everywhere around the gym.
Well, mate, I did the
form.
I did.
Fantastic.
I did the form for you because I think it's bullshit anyway.
Yep. So yeah, the week's been awful. Perfectly honest. I own a cafe and a gym that potentially customers aren't going to be able to park outside.
Which is bullshit, isn't it?
Terrible.
So what's happened with that then?
So at the moment it's just a proposal stage. Newcastle City Council are proposing to introduce permit parking for businesses and residents all around Heaton Road and my side of the road, up to an area of 1 mile away from the gym.
Mate, you can't. No one's going to walk a mile.
Nope.
That's ridiculous.
The epicentre is 0.7 miles away from the gym at, ironically, Newcastle City Council depot.
Oh.
All of their workers can't park in the depot, so they're parking on residents' streets, and the residents are unhappy. Yeah, so it's not been a good week. So I've been rallying the troops, I've been canvassing, I've been round the doors, speaking to the businesses, speaking to the residents, trying to raise awareness and kind of build a collective. So tonight, 7 o'clock, hopefully, a lot of businesses are going to join us at the cafe.
Good.
And we're going to agree on some universal points, which we can then present to the council with data, because then I'll go to hair salons, right, tell me about your appointment time frames, I'll use the cafe's data, the gym's data, and we'll just say this.
Mate, what a good thing. But see, if you hadn't done that, mate, like, see, this is what...
But that's me that has to do it, though. Again, just another stress on, in terms of running my job, running two
that's what I just was going to say, mate. So you've had to run a business that you can't really run because you've had to do another job.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, the whole point of these, obviously, podcasts in the beginning were, mate, the stress and the business battles we have. Again, it's just another little hiccup. So obviously,
but then I can't work on the business to grow its revenue and its profitability because all my energy's having to go and just to keep the thing alive and keep the permits up.
See, mate, and this is from people that are meant to be helping you, as in the council and the locals.
Well, they want up to 10 permits. Each business can have up to 10 permits at a cost of £525 per permit. So my business would incur, both businesses, so between the two businesses would incur £10,500 additional cost to have 20 permits. Bearing in mind the cafe can sit 50, and when we're full for Sunday lunch, you've got 50 people in there. Exactly. Most of them have probably drove to the area. The gym, 300 plus visits a day, people chopping in and out. It's chaos. Now, I'm going to be fair here. Although the resident bought a terraced house in Heaton, which is an absolute wonderful place to live, and there's no one that you can't get parked,
right.
And they haven't bought a parking bay or drive when they bought the house because they don't have a divine right to the street.
Yes.
Even still, I wouldn't like it myself if potentially people were in and around all the time. Oh, well, I can't get parked here. I don't agree with it, but I can see their point of view. I can see it.
As in, mate, hold on. So they bought a house and they can't park outside the house because someone's parked
there.
Right,
but even though they have no right to park outside the house.
Yes. Yes.
But I can see how their frustration can become.
Yes.
So why don't we just talk and have a compromise? Why do we need a blanket? Let's permit everywhere and everything and charge everyone. Do you know why? Because Newcastle City Council want the readies. They all want the readies. Rather than having a conversation and going, right, this is where the epicentre is, this is where the troubles they're facing. Could we do 2 hours no return on that street?
Yeah.
Or on the streets around there, along that 0.7 mile away? Or what can we do here that's positive, that's going to make it all work? Can we do parking rides? I'm a huge fan of parking rides.
Absolutely.
There's a massive place called City Stadium. I know it's a green area, but it doesn't do anything. It's empty. It's fucking miserable. You've seen the weather outside. And it's never used. It's redundant. Why don't we build an efficient parking ride system there where people can come, leave their cars, and then commute into town just on shuttle buses?
There should be everywhere around there, shouldn't there?
Parking rides, so they're going to be the way to do it. Cars aren't going anywhere. But yeah, not to go off, but that was my week.
So
what about you?
That's a big...
shit.
Mate, to be fair, on a more positive note, it's been okay. It's been alright the week. You know, the weather's been shit, which doesn't help a lot of people's moods. But what I have noticed is, mate, is that. So we always obviously have a laugh and carry on about like the fact me and you love going on holiday. And what I've noticed, mate, is it was like a few days last week. I felt shit, mate. Really depressed, you know. I was like, mate, depressed. I felt depressed, and I couldn't shake it off. I'm like, you know, and I thought obviously the weather's shit, and you know what it is. I just thought, and speaking to members. Everyone come in flat, and I just said, you know what, it's just the weather, you know, it's going to pass. But it has hung on for a bit now. It's freezing, still freezing cold, snowing and shit still now. But apart from that, the mood of people, it's just like, it's trying to pick people up, you know what I mean, mate? Every
do you find that as a business owner, especially in the gym, where it's very personal, you do feel responsible, and again, being the leader and the captain of that ship,
Yes.
if you're not at 110%, nobody's at 110%.
Yeah.
I've found that, and I find that really difficult to put a face on at times. I'm literally stressed to bits, thinking I'm going to lose my business, my livelihood, my pension. I'm going to lose it all if these permits come in.
Yes.
Hi everyone, how you doing? It's all right. And they say,
and
you see the match last night? Yeah. And
and you try and get on that level, don't you?
Yeah.
I always get told, mate, right, obviously by the business manager more so, that like my mood pulls the room completely down, you know, Jack. And it's like, I had a conversation with that, a good conversation with actually, and I was like, I tried to explain that. Nothing with me is about personal, mate. I take nothing like that, even when I react. It's not like personal, do you know what I mean? Whereas like what you just said, we come in from a shit ton of emails, problems, it's just shit.
Failed payments,
and you come in,
and
like you said there, mate, you got to put a mask on.
Yeah.
And but I thought myself, right, because I would hate to be around someone that's really draining. And I was like, am I draining? Am I like, and he was like, you can tell when you're in a bad mood and everyone feels it.
So right,
you know what I mean?
but I am like, but like if you go back to that mental healthy saying thing, it's okay not to be okay. If it was somebody else, you wouldn't say it, but because it's you or me, it's like, but everyone can say you're in a bad mood, so I'm not allowed to be in a bad mood. Like,
we made an agreement though, didn't we? That we've made an agreement because we'll work so closely together every day that we'll communicate really well. But as well, we've got to remember that we're human.
Yeah.
We've both said that we've just got to accept that we'll both have good days and bad days.
Yeah, that was important, Jack, because it was rubbing off. Because I thought because I never want to be that man anyway. I never want to be that person.
I just lie. But then I go home at night and I reflect.
And you struggle with it.
And I struggle with it, and I also reflect upon who I am.
Yeah.
And then I feel, well, I'm a bit imposter. Does that make sense? I have a massive imposter syndrome, and that like everyone thinks, it must be good, it must be that. And I think, if you want to live in my head, it's not. It's actually horrible. It's really horrible. And I try to put on this front.
Yes, mate. I know this is another part of the business so that people don't see.
But it's a show.
I know it is. What it is. I think to be honest with you, mate. You know what? I think everyone who owns a business sticks on a show because there's a lot more shit than I personally think. There's a lot more challenges than the reward of the.
Yeah, I think a lot of business owners, be self-employed, as they are. I think there's probably, I reckon if you did a survey, the level of like actual fucking depression would be through the roof. But because of the adversity that they have to face on a day-to-day level, I think we're really tough-skinned in that, like, it's just the old school, just get on with it, just keep going, just get on with it, just keep going, which is good, you need it, because you're never going to succeed if you don't have it.
No.
But at the same time, on that one day where you think, do you know what it is, I'm just wanting to be left alone today, and you go, you're in a terrible mood, or are you alright, you look awful, or whatever it might be, my face will give it away. I don't have to say anything, it's just how I look, or look at people. And I fast struggle with that, because then I'm like, I know I'm doing it, so I've got to stop it.
But it's hard, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Really this just comes with the stress of obviously owning a business. But it's the thing is with the Jack. I think obviously going onto the business ownership side of things, like us business owners, like what you're doing with at the minute, that there, mate, it's hard for you that because it's another little challenge that. It's another one that can change the dynamics of your business completely.
And then also our business model. So if that does come into play, so how do we have 300 plus visits a day? I don't know the percentage of those that visit by car. That would be up to me to find that data.
More work,
rather than focus on growing the business, it'd be more work, or unnecessary work, But even if it was 10%, that's still 30 people a day. And then bear in mind the staff still have to have permits as well.
Yes.
So the likelihood is just, what do we do? Do we then just go personal training only? Well then how do I get the PTs to come in? Do you see what I mean? There's just all of these complexities.
It's a nightmare, mate. That's what
that really and that's part of owning a business, and no one told you it was going to be easy. I accept that. But at least if I fall down, I want it to be on my doing. If I've just cocked it, I've cocked it, that's fine. I've overspent or underspent or not invest, whatever, but that's on me.
It's not a tiny percentage extra cost for that's the thing, mate, isn't it? It's like you're chucking that type of extra stress on, and it's a big, it's a make or break, that one, right?
That's a big one. Maybe five and a bit grand per business.
So when you're going through these funks, what kind of things help you get out of it?
Holidays. Seriously, removing of environment. Environment. So for me, that is exercise, but not necessarily for my world, the gym one. For someone else, it will be who's not in the gym world. I still train, but where I get that release is change of environment. For visual, so just for visual, because once my visual environment changes, my mental environment changes. So the course, being so lucky to be close to it, is a massive one for me. I'm really lucky. I've got nice tracks and like old wagon ways and things around my house, so I can walk around them. But fundamentally walking for me, and listening to the football on the radio, proper granddad style. Put a bit of talk sport on or 5 Live, headphones in, and just go for a walk.
It's finding what
short-term
helps you, isn't it? It's finding what helps you. Do you know what, for me, mate, no one ever guesses that I like and that I enjoy. I go fishing.
Well, no, there's quite a few footballers that go fishing.
I love it, because it's obviously shit weather at the minute, but it's the only place I can go, right, mate. Well, put it this way, it was the only thing I could do. I've done golf and all that, mate, I've done a bit of that, but I still feel the need. I get my phone in, I still deal with work, I'm still I'm like still half in, half out. Whereas, mate, right, I go fishing, I take my little boy sometimes, but mate, you know what it is? My phone goes in my bag, or in the seat box, and I sit, mate, and I'm just
environment. Environment.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
As well, I've been doing a bit of reading. So you fished with your dad when you were a kid. So that's your inner child. So that's your magic. So when we're children, we're looking for magic. Everything's magic around us. Everything's brilliant. You know, there's nothing wrong going on. Everything's brilliant. And then you decomposing away from the stressful situations, you're finding your magic in things that you did in your childhood.
My dad just go on walks on holiday. The football was a massive thing. That was our first thing. But after the football, bike rides, walks, being outside, and then being in the sun when we do it. And even when I got older, he used to take us away, me and him, and we'd just go somewhere in Spain, just me and him, leave my mum and sister at home, and we'd just walk, have a beer, walk, have another beer, and then now I do that with the kids, and he comes as well. And
there's something different about that sun, though, isn't there, when you get out in the sunshine and that. And do you know what? It's not even about like anywhere for me, Jack. I can be anywhere.
No, it's not a holiday. It's environment, and this is what I always try to portray to people. For me, it's about the change of environment. Now everyone has different things for that. Some people go shopping, whatever it is, but it's that change of environment that's key.
I agree, totally, mate. And that's my little get up as well. Like, I do enjoy being abroad. I think you get on that plane, and I think because you know you can't do anything anywhere. That's when
if the electric comes off, well, apart from get on the phone.
Exactly.
Deal with it.
That's what we pay the money. There's been a problem.
All the drains are blocked.
There's been no problem where I am, I'll tell you. No, but 2 seconds, hold on, just 2 drinks. It all goes away. But no, I mean, it is.
Yes, I think, to round that up, I think it's not talked about, so like that unmental strain that isn't talked about.
This is it. No one's.
But at the same time, talking about it doesn't really do anything. You've got like what we're talking about it. Me and you, it's like, well, I've still got the problem, so I've just got to deal with it.
But you know, this is the point of all this, isn't it? Right, that we are doing more of it, and because we're doing these now, mate. We're a few weeks deep now, and it is easy, Jack, to get to the Tuesday and going, you know what? But I think, mate, because obviously because we care, and it's not just about our business, because of the direction that the world's going in, it's important that we keep on top of it, because, mate, how many people just fail and just kind of, you know what, let someone else do that, let someone else
sort that. But the important thing, if it's not me rallying around, making people aware, like, the amount of shit I get on Facebook when I just politely put in a local community group for business owners, if you'd like to meet up and raise and to come together about our objections, meet this place, this time. Well, if you're not a business owner, why are you giving me shit? You're a resident. You're allowed to have your opinion, but I didn't ask for it. I asked to speak. It's just a place where I could try and communicate with fellow business owners. And if it says business owner and you're not one, just don't give. Why? Just think about me. You're thinking about you, which is wonderful. I'm thinking about me, and I'm also trying to be respectful to you. I'm not trying to start an argument with you. I just want to speak to people that are like-minded like me. And I'll try my best to be around a person, but just please don't make my life worse, because I'm not trying to make your life worse, not intentional.
I know, mate, that's a problem. I think people always tend to find that it's all like you're looking to financially gain from what you're trying to do.
I'm just alive.
I know. That's the thing, mate, and that's just like you say, these challenges that we're all facing. Through, like what it's every week. The problem is, mate, like
that's the thing, you never get a break.
No, you don't. You never get a break, and it is week on week something pops up. We've got April coming, which is lovely because of all the nice new things that's coming in place. So, which again we've got to cushion the blow. Have you had to think about what you're going to do membership wise, Jack, or what's your thoughts on that?
Well, we made unfortunately 2 redundancies when it was announced for the staffing side of things.
Yeah, straight away.
Media man, who was a good friend as well. That was really tough. That was that was awful time.
Understood though, surely.
He understood. Just make it any easier for him nor me, because he was a friend as well, and he was loyal. And you don't get many loyal people. And he was, if I made a decision and I'm trying to move forward with something, and you've got PT saying this is crap, I don't agree with this is that, and I don't like this, like that. He always had me back, like never once.
Yes,
I was had to get rid of not just an employee, but a friend in that case,
yes.
and then I had to get rid of another member of staff as well, and that was purely just to soften the blow of what's coming. Like.
We're still face it. We've got to sit and have a meeting, about what we're going to do with memberships and how we go forward. Because one thing we've both been the detailed conversations we've had is the fact that we're not going to put ourselves under stress when it's got to be addressed mate straight away. And mate, like, how do you put a nice post out there explaining that rising costs? Like, how do you even, without even mentioning that word, Jack, how do you even rising costs? People know what's coming, right? And again, because they've opened 5 letters at home before they've come to the gym to de-stress about them 5 letters.
He's told them that the price is going up.
I got reminded when I renew my phone contract every year that it's
just a little going up 3.4% above whatever.
Which, you know what I mean?
But they accept that.
Well, they do, because, mate, what do they do? Do you know what I mean? But with us,
they do have a choice. They can go to a cheaper
they can.
alternative.
It's how they say if it's worth it.
It's value. It's all in value. It's perception.
It's value.
But valuable. But how do we... Yeah, so what is, in my opinion, I think we struggle as a businesses because people's value isn't what we offer at times. I know I said this on video 1.
But it's insane, isn't it? When we didn't even want to dive into that shit again. But, mate, at the same time, the service you get from what you pay for a gym membership, I'll always say it.
For argument's sake, it's a £1 a day. Just to keep it simple, for argument's sake, a gym membership's £1 a day.
Exactly that.
For £1 a day is not bad value.
I think we have a lot of members a lot of gym members especially, that do really value, the gym. We've had a few conversations this week.
Well, if they're with you, they will.
Yeah, they do really, really value it. I think we need to make that, make people aware of that would do appreciate that.
Massively.
So we're having a 4th birthday party in April.
I've seen that look good.
It's going to be class. But yeah, photo booths, DJs, unlimited drink. We're having to charge for it. Well, so £20, but you get an unlimited drink, DJ, photo booth, queue jumping, free shot if you got them out in the town. But again, it's just trying to, as a thank you, so to speak, just to say celebrate with us. Like, we want to celebrate you.
Community.
Yeah, just to say, but like, because those there that you say that do appreciate, we've got to thank them as well, and we can't necessarily do it in monetary terms. But if I can just say, can I spend some time with you, and can I just get to know you a little bit more and have a party with you and a drink with you, then that's cool.
I mean, absolutely. I think that's great. I watch what you do, and I get ideas from it, Jack, because it is the energy you putting over there is like.
I just wish we could have, if it was a smaller community in terms of like less members, we could get it even closer, but it's just so difficult to do.
It is. It is.
Like, because the second your membership base goes up, doesn't necessarily mean your staffing goes up with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's essentially it's you two, maybe plus 1 or 2 others that are really trying to build those relationships.
Yeah.
All 3 of us have families, so when 3 o'clock comes, we'll know to take. Right, guys, come on, we're on the clock. We've got 3 o'clock. School runs. We've got to go. Yeah. And it's difficult because I would like to be back at the gym, building those relationships with people, but at the same time, I've got family. I've got family at home. A wife and kids.
I know. Well, you're giving up again, mate. It goes back to, like you say, in my early days at gym. Well, I lived in here, and Jack, it was 15-hour days. Don't get us wrong, mate.
There's still 15-hour days now.
I charging £10 for a PT. You know what I mean? Obviously putting the graft in, but mate, like back then, but that was always the plan. You sacrifice, obviously, to accumulate. Back in them days, but I think I carried it on for way too long. I didn't watch my oldest daughter. She missed on loads of time with me because I was always at work, and then my little boy, I seen it happen with him when he was dead young, and I thought, nah, this is where it's changing, like everyone else is still having a life. Because the problem is, mate, obviously people come in on the morning and they'll see you, hey mate, how are you doing? And then obviously someone, they come in once a day. On a night time until 7 o'clock at night, you get a fresh member comes in, sees you, but that member doesn't know that you're in at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then the other one doesn't know that you're still at 7 o'clock at night, mate. So I know what you're saying, mate. It's hard to give to everybody in as much as right, but that's why we've got to use our social media page.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, that is a really, really good point. In that, as much as I dislike the internet in many ways, if that does allow us to build grow our community and build with them, but I'm just not building them on a one-to-one level. Yeah. But if they're listening to things like this and so on, then that is a win. It's and then when we do see each other, hopefully we then have the personal relationships as well. But yeah,
well, this is what I want these to be, Jack, for us as well, because I want our members to know how much we do appreciate what they do for us,
100%.
as well as obviously the investment we put back in the gyms and all the things we do and all the...
Yeah, but their loyalty is...
It is.
It's not, these lights aren't getting turned on if it's not for their loyalty.
No, it isn't. But obviously, in the same time, you know, the convenience and the nice place to come training and the community spirit that they've got in the gym that they get from what you've done, as well is there's a prize for the payment. You know what I mean, mate? So, it's missing in other businesses. So, like I say, mate, like that old grass isn't greener.
Yeah.
I think in our line of work, mate, you'll certainly find out very, very fast that it isn't. You know what I mean?
No.
So it's just support again. Like it's a payment for a prize, but it's also supporting. Everybody. You're supporting each other. You know what I mean?
I think with the online internet community side of things, I think we just need to pivot it. So at the moment, when we're laughing about Tinder gyms and things like that, like that's a community a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, they've put us on the internet. Oh, that's great. But can we just pivot that to more can we just talk to each other still?
Yeah.
So I'm still in your living room right now. If you're watching this, more than likely you're watching it in your own home or you're stuck in traffic or whatever to put your phone down. But you're watching it, you know, but I'm talking to you rather than this kind of Tinder Jimmy style of community. Yeah. Can we just get back to saying, well, what's great about the personal relationships and just put them online?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's why podcasts have been so successful across the last 5 years.
I do, mate. I think for us as well, you know, we're not like 19, 20, and it's different now. I think communication.
I know. I keep forgetting this Tinder gym thing is not
we've got to keep a hold of this communication thing now, though, because, like I say, I mean, if you know, like the gym's disappearing, the communication disappear, everything. There's loads follow it. You know what I mean? And there ends up. I think it ends up in a far worse place. But I think people in general will change. Personalities will all change. The confidence.
Do you think it'll come full circle where we'll get back to something like we knew maybe early 2000s?
I mean, I don't think. I think we're going right back overs. I think we're going back overs to where, personally, I think, mate, if I was to, you know, like what we said, nobody speaks. Everything's cyber, like, but it's not real. Do you know what I mean? It's like.
But what we're doing now isn't. Do you see what I mean? Like, we'll have to accept that this is where we are.
Yeah, but this is genuine.
Can we just have some authentic?
Yeah, genuine conversation, mate. We're not, mate. We could both go now to your place in Spain, and we can send you know, the pool, and go down to some nice swanky bar, and sit and pretend we're making absolutely loads of money. Do you know what I mean, mate? And going, look, we're just out here, just, you know, doing a little bit of trips around Gran Canaria this time, you know, thanks, guy, you know what I mean? And then I'll chuck some notes at you, mate, decent. But, mate, we could, you know what I mean? We could, right?
Picking them back up again, straight back the bank.
Leave that on you, Enrique, put that back. Do you know what I mean? But, mate, we could, you know what I mean? We could, but this is the thing, mate, but that's where it's going. Yeah. Like, why does an advert have to be on a balcony in Dubai? Why does the setting have to matter? Why do you have to stand in front of a Lamborghini?
Status, because status allows influence. So they believe their status gives them influence over people, which in turn means they can sell them something. Yeah. So historically, the celebrities is a prime example. Not influencers, but celebrities have always been the pioneers of influence. But historically, if you think about it, was education. Those that had the biggest influence were those that were the most intelligent.
True.
So there were industry leaders, and then they influenced groups of society from various fields, from science, English, mathematics, culturally.
Yes.
You know, like women weren't allowed to vote, weren't allowed to go to school at one point. Yes. You know, so all of that influence that changed that came from educated people that stemmed from gaining and acquiring knowledge. Yeah. Now the world isn't the biggest influences of the world aren't improving people's quality of life and aren't educating and projecting knowledge
because going back to our original point, government, right, who are highly educated, right, mate, who should be influencers, mate, we're catching them out left, right and centre.
Because all of them for themselves.
They're raping us to death, So this is why we
track and trace
no faith. There's no faith, there's no... And this is why maybe it's changing. This is why now they may be going to these YouTubers and stuff thinking, hold on. But they are, mate. You know, you hear all these, you know, these people who are speaking out who aren't highly educated, you know, obviously know a little bit about life. But that's, to me, mate, right, the people...
Because I don't necessarily mean like academic. I don't have qualifications.
I know what you're saying.
From the gym,
experienced
qualifications, but I like to think I've read enough and spoke to enough people that I could articulate myself quite well and discuss multiple things. Multiple subjects.
So you're all well educated in loads of different
in different ways. Yes. Yeah. But that was how you had influence. So, for example, a physiotherapist has more influence than a personal trainer because of that status.
Yes, of course.
They've got a degree, they've been to university for 3 years. And I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying to give an example.
Yes.
So if the physiotherapist says it's £60 an hour, or the PT says it's £60 an hour, more than likely they're going to perceive the physiotherapist.
Absolutely.
Then the physiotherapist writes a book, releases the book. He then has an acquired status again because he's got a book. No one fucker might have read it, and he might have paid to publish it himself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But he's got a book.
Yeah.
So what we try to do as the gym, historically, when we first opened, was actually provide quite a lot of educational content through a lot of the PTs.
I've seen all that, Jack. I've seen all that.
And
it's that time stuff, isn't it? But it was good. It was good, mate. But again,
unfortunately, it didn't actually get more. The traction we got when we're dressed up in leotards yesterday and doing an Eric Pridge call on me video is better for business.
Oh, mate.
Genuinely, dressing up as Tasha and Sally is better. Right, think about it logically, okay, guys?
Nice views.
I tell you what, well, let's have a look. But this is where, right, what I want to say first is...
But I could tell you how to change your physique in your life.
Exactly, which is really, really good. Right, but... Stick a G-string on, mate. Stick a tight pair of pants on. But this is what's mad, because it does frustrate me a bit. And now, mate, we love having a laugh. We'll do anything. She sets us things to do, and we're the ones out there looking like absolute natters.
Leg warmers on.
Yeah,
leg
we've got
warmers,
you
short.
8K views.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
But the thing is, mate, see, it impresses loads.
So that's influence.
Yes.
And we're influencing people to hopefully build the business.
What do you mean it impresses loads?
No, like I'm saying, when we're looking at the stats, it impresses us on the grid.
Yeah.
But I'm like... I know, but like I've just
made an absolute tit of myself.
But then I put a delt session on.
And I
500 views.
Everyone's like, fucking hell, man. Get
so that's what goes back to my
There's your wig.
Right hair.
Sally. But the bad thing is, people knew when I got a Tesco.
But if you'd done the same video dressed as Sally, by the way.
I thought, well, now I'm going to do shoulders. You know what I mean? It's not going to be me, mate. It'll be here. And I'm going to put the frizzy wig on as well, because that gets more attention as well. Right, mate, let's wrap it up. But that's a nice little chat. I think it's good, mate, just coming on here. And I know that people probably look and think we're babbling on, but Jack, you know what it is. People keep listening, right? And we'll get in there eventually. I know we will, mate. We're pecking away.
Yeah.
And you know what it is, mate. We're getting in there, and people just looking, just going, you know, right? Because you can't not say we're right, we're not right, because we are, because we're covering genuine shit.
I'm never wrong.
Do you know what I mean? Fucking never wrong. But we're covering genuine shit that everyone's facing. But nobody's talking about it.
Nobody wants to talk. Go on, I keep going about the permits, but it's been a bad week, right? Let us off. It's been therapy session.
Sorry, what I do.
But before we go...
I'm going to let Jack win the boxing room, punch for all the bags, and then I will talk about the permit thing. And then we'll go with Newcastle City Council and we'll cause some bedlam. Right, guys, check in next week, and we'll catch up on another episode.